Exclusive news. The epic showdown of the Diggs brothers on the horizon for 2024, rivalry reaches new heights. The plot thickens in Texas with the presence of both Diggs brothers, not because the Dallas Cowboys have acquired Stephon from the Buffalo Bills, but because the star receiver will become an interstate rival as he is sent to the Houston Texans in a high-profile deal. From my personal experience, being a triplet with two brothers, I can attest that there's nothing quite like the opportunity to prove who's the best in the family. Every time we faced off in football practice or baseball games, we made sure to bring our A game. The Diggs brothers have proven to be equally competitive, whether in commercials or during the off-season. Since Dallas selected Trayvon in 2020, fans have speculated whether he and his brother would ever share the same team and wear a star on their helmets. Trayvon only fueled these theories further by posting a photo of his brother in a Cowboys uniform on his Instagram story. Now, with the route to Houston, that possibility becomes more tangible. Though they won't be on the same team, the Diggs brothers will share the same field in 2024. The Cowboys will host the Texans at AT&T Stadium on a date yet to be determined. Nick Harris, the team writer for the website, has proposed an excellent idea of when the matchup should take place. The idea of scheduling a showdown between the Diggs brothers on Thanksgiving Day adds a twist to what is already one of the most anticipated games of the regular season. The matchup will feature both Texas teams, with Dak Prescott facing off against C.J. Stroud and pitting two playoff teams from last year against each other. Though Trayvon and Stephon have faced off in the Pro Bowl flag football game, they've never had the chance to go head-to-head during the regular season. The possibility was looming in 2023 when Dallas traveled to Buffalo to face the Bills, but an injury to Trayvon prevented it from happening. When the game appears on Dallas's calendar, you can bet the Diggs family will mark it with a red marker. One thing's for sure, Aiden Diggs will be asked before the game who will win between his dad and his uncle. Explosive news from the football world. The Dallas Cowboys, one of the NFL's most iconic teams, have taken an unexpected turn in their strategy ahead of the upcoming draft, focusing on strengthening the offensive arsenal led by their star, Dak Prescott. With the offseason in full swing and uncertainties surrounding Prescott's contract future making headlines, the Cowboys find themselves at a crucial crossroads. Faced with the departure of key players during free agency and evident needs in various sectors of the team, the franchise is tasked with the difficult balancing act of managing their financial resources while seeking to bolster their roster to contend for the coveted Super Bowl trophy. The draft looms as a pivotal opportunity for the Cowboys, and in the latest mock draft conducted by Eric Edholm for NFL.com, the franchise has made a surprising decision. Instead of prioritizing the offensive line, which many consider the team's greatest need following the departures of players like Tyron Smith and Tyler Biadasz, the Cowboys have opted to give Dak Prescott a new weapon in the passing game, Brian Thomas Jr. from LSU. The selection of Thomas Jr. represents a risky yet thrilling gamble by the Cowboys. With his lightning speed and ability to break away from defenders, the young receiver promises to add an entirely new dimension to Dallas' offense. During his standout season at LSU, Thomas Jr. amassed impressive statistics, with 68 receptions, 1,177 yards, and 17 touchdowns, emerging as one of college football's most promising talents. The decision to pick Thomas Jr. as a replacement for Michael Gallup, who departed the franchise after a disappointing season, underscores the Cowboys' determination to bolster their aerial attack and provide Prescott with the support he needs in a crucial year for his career. With CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks as primary targets in the passing game, Thomas Jr. is poised to become the team's new number 3 receiver, ready to make an impact from day one. While some may question the decision not to reinforce the offensive line to protect Prescott, the Cowboys are betting on a more dynamic and explosive offensive strategy. With Thomas Jr. on the field, the team hopes to unleash their full potential in the passing game and take another step towards the coveted Super Bowl title. This bold move by the Cowboys has stirred a whirlwind of emotions among fans, who now await the start of the upcoming season with even greater anticipation. With Dak Prescott at the helm and Brian Thomas Jr. as a new weapon in the arsenal, the Cowboys are poised to write a new chapter in their history in pursuit of glory in the NFL. Excitement is at its peak in Dallas. Exclusive rumors about Cowboys free agents. Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook coming off historic lows ***. Rumors have been swirling, and it seems to be only a matter of time at this point. The odds are high that Ezekiel Elliott and/or Dalvin Cook will join the Dallas Cowboys. Consider that Michael Gehlken of the Dallas Morning News effectively declared people should brace for this idea over the weekend. This came after an ESPN report indicating Zeke and the Cowboys have mutual interest in a reunion, though since the running back is already on the team's 2024 payroll, a reunion may not be the right word. Arguments can be made for and against Zeke returning to the field in Dallas. For the purposes of our conversation today, let's focus on the facts of his recent season. Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook are coming off seasons with historic lows. The Cowboys have clearly waited to enter the running back market this offseason, though they did bring back Rico Dowdle, so the options at this point are, well, you know. It's fair to say Ezekiel Elliott and/or Dalvin Cook are among the top remaining options, but that says more about the state of affairs promoting the idea as a good one. It's worth noting Elliott and Cook are coming off the worst seasons of their careers. Ezekiel Elliott 2023, Patriots 184 carries, 642 yards, 3.5 yards per carry, 3 rushing TDs. Dalvin Cook 2023, Jets 67 carries, 214 yards, 3.2 yards per carry, 0 rushing TDs. To be fair to Cook, he joined the Ravens for the playoffs and had a moment where it seemed like he was going to do something special. But ultimately, they didn't pull it off. But Elliott seems to be the bigger name to consider here given the team's history with him. Dallas notably drafted Zeke 4th overall in 2016 and gave him an extension in 2019 that they're still paying for. He was a wonderful player for the team, and we all have fond memories of his time with them, but it's hard to argue objectively that this is a good idea. If you don't find Elliott's numbers from last season with New England concerning, consider they surpassed his last season with the Cowboys. We don't need to rehash Elliott's regression with the Cowboys, but know it was enough for the team to swallow their pride with his contract and part ways with him just one off-season ago. Elliott hasn't averaged over 4.0 yards per carry since 2021. The last season he also ran for 1,000 yards, though it happened late in the first 17-game regular season. He can undoubtedly offer presence in the locker room and serve as a leader for the team given his track record, but dedicating significant carries to him in 2024 seems like an unwise idea. It's certainly concerning that the two running backs Dallas is connected to at this moment are coming off the worst seasons they've had. Again, we are where we are in relation to the market, but at this point, the draft and even undrafted free agency could offer a greater reward.